Okay, now we're going to identify where a function increases and where the function decreases. This is going to kind of remind you of like a positive slope and a negative slope. It's different than our last video where is the function positive above the x-axis, whereas the function negative below the x-axis. So those are positive and negative intervals, but a function increasing or decreasing is going to remind you of slope. Okay, so for what values of x is g of x equals 2 minus the absolute value of x increasing, for what values is it decreasing? Construct a table and sketch a graph to represent the function. Okay, so I went ahead and filled in some of this information. You guys can pause and copy that down. Basically, it's just choosing x values, plugging them into the function, and here are the y values you get back, then plotting these ordered pairs on the graph. Something just to be familiar with, anytime that you're graphing an absolute value of x equation, it's going to be a V-shaped graph, like straight line V's. Anytime there's a negative in front of an absolute value, your V is going to open down. And then this positive 2 just shifted the graph up 2 spots. So that's something we'll be talking about in a later lesson. But there is the first part. We constructed a table and we sketched the graph. So now that we see the graph, it's a little bit easier to identify where the function is increasing and decreasing. So that it's increasing here. This would be similar to a positive slope. That's where your graph is increasing, INC. From here to here, we can see it's going down. That's where it's decreasing. So the values of g of x are increasing on the interval. So it's increasing from, because this continues this way, like way over here, and we're increasing, all the way to here. So it starts increasing at a negative infinity. And how far does it increase to? All the way to here. Even though that's up at a 2 for the y value, we are looking for the x's. It increases to where x is a 0. Okay, and then we want to determine if we should have parentheses or brackets. So we know, you always have a parenthesis with negative infinity because you can never equal that. So as you increase, and you get to 0, because it's up here, this is a maximum of your graph. It's right in the middle between the increase and the decrease. So it's not increasing or decreasing. It's kind of neutral. So we don't include the 0 as part of our increase. So we're going to put a parenthesis there. All right, the values g of x are decreasing on the interval. Well, it's decreasing starting here all the way to the right forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. So it's decreasing starting when x is a 0, and it's going all the way to positive infinity. We know we put a parenthesis with your r infinities, and then because that 0 is the point where it switches from increasing to decreasing, it's neither increasing or decreasing there, so that will get a parenthesis as well.